Okay, here's a thought to kick things off. What if a film, a classic work of fiction, wasn't really fiction at all? What if it was actually like a hidden documentary about the world we're living in right now?
That's a pretty provocative way to start.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the kind of claim we're going to dig into today.
Right. So for this deep dive, we're looking at an analysis of John Carpenter's They Live, the 1988 cult classic.
Exactly. The source is a video. It's got this title, Proof They Live is a documentary must see. Quantum Infiltration, Subliminal Messages, Evil Tactics.mp3. Quite a title.
Definitely signals the intensity. Now, for anyone maybe not super familiar with They Live, the basic idea is, well, it stars Roddy Piper, right?
Yeah, the wrestler. He plays this drifter character who finds these special sunglasses.
And these aren't just any sunglasses. He puts them on and bam, the world totally changes.
He suddenly sees these hidden messages everywhere,
Yeah.
subliminal stuff.
Like billboards just saying obey or money saying this is your God.
Exactly. And the film suggests these are like frequency-driven signals designed specifically to keep people
Dumbed down, docile.
dumbed down, devoid of individual thought, is how the source puts it. And then comes the big reveal.
The aliens.
Well, yes and no. He realizes the ones behind it all, the aliens, they aren't really from outer space in the typical sense. They're actually walking among us. They're the upper class.
Ah, okay. So they're the ones manipulating everyone, creating desires for like fancy cars, big houses, pools.
Schools, condos, yeah, all that stuff. Exploiting everybody else while they live it up.
Which brings us back to the main claim from our source video.
Right. The really audacious claim that They Live isn't just a clever sci-fi movie. It's basically being presented as a documentary.
A documentary about an infiltration of the human race. That's a heavy concept.
It is. And the analysis we're looking at, it doesn't just stop with the movie's plot.
Oh, how so?
It's just this infiltration idea goes way beyond the film. It proposes that, the systems we rely on.
Like what? Education?
Yeah.
Healthcare?
Exactly. Education, healthcare, even our water, our food supply, the air quality. The source argues these aren't just like accidentally broken or inefficient.
Okay.
The claim is they are designed to fail.
Designed.
Intentionally, as part of this deeper agenda, this infiltration.
Wow. That really reframes things, doesn't it? It's not just incompetence, it's deliberate.
Precisely. It shifts the perspective entirely. Suddenly, everyday problems, systemic issues, they look less like unfortunate circumstances and more like calculated moves in some larger game.
It makes you think differently about, well, pretty much everything. A doctor's appointment, the news, even just grocery shopping.
Absolutely. So the obvious question is, how does the source video actually, support such a massive claim?
Yeah.
What's the evidence?
Yeah. What are they pointing to?
Well, we're going to look at a few really interesting things they bring up. First, those famous messages from the movie Obey, Consume. The source connects those directly to a real-world computer ad shown in the movie for something called a transparent computing environment by a company named Control Data.
Control data. Okay, that's pretty on the nose.
Right. Then there are some historical examples they pull out, like, get this, a TV station sign-off from the 1960s. Apparently, the text subtly rearranged itself, and when someone subtitled it, it supposedly revealed hidden messages.
Hidden messages? Like what?
Things like, obey, consume, government God business. The source suggests this shows some kind of higher understanding of manipulating consciousness way back then.
Huh. That's intriguing. And kind of creepy.
It is. And then there's this other incident, much more recent, seemingly totally accidental. A woman apparently took a picture of her TV screen with a really old, basic phone. Like a crappy phone, the source calls it.
Like an old flip phone or something?
Probably. The key thing is, it couldn't really transfer photos easily or receive them. And the photo she took supposedly revealed this huge backwards message on the screen saying, kill.
Whoa, just kill.
Yeah. And the source emphasizes that because the phone was so basic, the incident is essentially unfakeable.
Okay, that one's definitely bizarre. So, movie messages, old TV sign-offs, a weird phone picture. Anything else?
There's one more thing they bring up, which is more technical. It's about modern TV frame rates.
Frame rates, like 60 hertz, 120 hertz.
Exactly. They compare that to what the human eye can consciously perceive, which is apparently around 28 to 35 frames per second.
So we're seeing way more frames than we consciously register.
That's the idea. And the source poses the question, what might be hidden in those extra frames? What are we not meant to consciously see?
That adds another layer to the subliminal message idea.
It does. So yeah, those are the main threads of evidence we'll be unpacking. It's all about exploring these connections the source draws between the film and these alleged real-world manipulations.
And really thinking about the implications, if any of this is even remotely true, what does it mean for how we see reality, how we live our lives?
That's the core of the deep dive.
Okay, so we've just walked through some, let's say, unconventional ideas about hidden messages and maybe even design failures in society.
Definitely unconventional, and it all circles back to that central claim from the sources we looked at.
Which is?
Simply put, we have been infiltrated, and knowing that changes everything.
That's a powerful statement. So, according to these sources, what's the goal of these supposed infiltrators?
Well, the sources explain it as creating and maintaining an artificially induced state of consciousness, something that resembles sleep.
Keeping us asleep, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, metaphorically, making us indifferent to ourselves, indifferent to other people, just focused on our own stuff.
Our own game, basically.
Our own gain, yeah.
Yeah.
And the key to their survival, the sources argue, is that they have to remain undiscovered.
And they do that by keeping us, how do they put it?
Asleep, selfish, and sedated. The source even uses the term livestock to describe how humanity is viewed in this scenario.
That's bleak. But it ties into something else the sources highlighted from the movie, right? That fight scene.
Oh yeah, the fight scene. It's famous for being incredibly long.
Super long, where Roddy Piper's character is just trying desperately to get his friend Keith David's character to put on the sunglasses.
And the friend just refuses. He
Yeah.
fights back tooth and nail rather than just look.
Right. It's almost comical how long it goes on, but the sources see a deeper meaning there.
Absolutely. They present it as a metaphor. The symbol of how difficult it is, really difficult to get people to even consider.
Consider what?
The possibility that maybe, just maybe, they've been living under some kind of delusion their whole lives, potentially.
Ah, like cognitive dissonance.
Exactly that, cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
That uncomfortable feeling you get when facts clash with your beliefs.
Yeah.
It's often just easier to fight the facts, defend the belief, even if the belief isn't actually serving you.
Easier than facing an uncomfortable truth? Yeah, I can see that.
It's a powerful psychological barrier.
And the sources suggest this alleged infiltration, this manipulation, goes even deeper than just controlling our desires or beliefs about society.
They claim it strikes at a really personal level. Our spirituality.
Spirituality.
How so? The argument is that this whole system, this infiltration, actively masks everything about our spirituality. It obscures our true potential, our capabilities,
And our connection.
our connection, our oneness with the divine and each other, as the source material puts it. It confuses people, stops them from knowing their oneness with the divine simplicity.
So it's not just about making us consumers, it's about cutting us off from something fundamental.
That's the claim. Severing that deeper connection, promoting extreme individualism. It makes people easier to control, easier to exploit.
It changes the whole picture from just societal control to something much more existential, maybe.
Yeah, I think existential is a good word for it. It's about fundamentally altering our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe, according to these sources.
Okay. That is a lot to take in. It leaves us with a pretty significant question, doesn't it?
It does.
So let's leave you, the listener, with this thought to chew on. If we entertain the possibility raised by these sources that maybe our consciousness is being suppressed somehow, that our understanding of who we are and our connection to, well, everything is being obscured, what does that mean for us? What's our role in trying to figure out what's actually real?
How do you even begin to look critically at the systems around you, the messages you receive?
And maybe start to reawaken the parts of ourselves that might have been hidden. How do we shake off that benign indifference the sources claim has been deliberately cultivated in us?
It's a profound challenge they lay out.
Yeah.
Where do you even start?